Hello, LEGO lovers. This is Elle, and believe it or not, this is a LEGO City parts review. This is Stunt Park, set number 60293, and believe it or not, $40 USA retail, and it only has 170 pieces. And now this set is part of the Stunts with a Z line, and I got one of the little starter motorcycle stunt things, and as an adult I really liked it and played with it a lot. That was on a line stream, and I wanted to get another one, and this is the one I got because I thought it had some interesting parts in it. It is expensive for the parts per piece, but we'll see if that's really bad or not. So I did it by color. I think there'll be two batches. This is the first batch, and as you can see, we got the grays here. Now, in the grays, we have two of these, kind of half of those new road plates, as you can see here. Very interesting and unique piece that's kind of like a flat tile, but with some different connection areas. And it is a large piece that's also thick, and there's two of those in there. To go with those, we have the kind of slope part that you will put on there. Unfortunately, when you get big parts like this, they tend to get a lot of scratches from other pieces. I don't think that will ever be an issue that gets resolved, but you do get two of those. And like I said, it's just kind of like a big slope almost. We also get in gray some of those decorative type bricks here. They have that nice detailing of brickwork. I call them bricks. We also get one little inverted slope, nothing too special there. We get some cylinders and two bracket bricks in the back, but not too special. We get an assortment of plates, mostly the big ones, which are 1x6s. We also get some grill parts, one of which is kind of that gunmetal gray, not like the chrome. And then that light gray, not too special, but still kind of nice to have. We also get one of these under tiles, as I call them. Basically a tile that can go underneath plates. And we also get some other tiles. These are the sized ones that can go in there. Only two of them, unfortunately. And we also get these corner ones in dark gray, which are nice to see because the corner tiles are a little bit uncommon. And we also get these kind of, I don't know how to explain them, modified type plates, but basically kind of like a jumper, but not. And then we also get one of these new parts, which kind of they've used for hay bales, but you can see you can put an axle in it. It's 2 plates thick, and it has that kind of nice groove detail on it. So you can, you know, use that for different uses. It's just another interesting part that I like seeing LEGO make new and interesting parts. And then we have these dark tan tiles. One's a slope, not too special. We also do have these, which are the metallic kind of bony spider legs. Basically, they clip or insert into a bar connection, and you get kind of a detailed looking claw. And we do have 6 in here, which is nice to get those, because I think in a metal form it's nice for like robot type stuff, etc. And then back here we have some interesting parts. Obviously a big lime green plate, which is kind of nice. Again, it's big. Unfortunately, it's lime, which is kind of common. But also in lime, we get these support parts, which I think are really cool to get in different colors. And I don't think I've really seen them too much in lime, or at least recently. But they have axle connections on each side here. Otherwise, this will be, you know, your standard plate. You can put bars in there too. And you also have axle connections down there. And I believe this is also a clip connection. And as you can see, you get 2 of those too. So a nice, interesting, versatile part. We also get this axle type part. Those are kind of common in the flower sets that came out recently. So not necessarily too special. In white, nothing really special. You get a web, you get some bones, and some clip parts. Not too special. In yellow, you get quite a bit of these 2x2 cylinders, and a little bit special. I think we've seen it in Trolls before, but basically, this is the 2x2 cylinder with spikes around it. So it just gives it a little bit more detail and, you know, makes it a little bit more interesting and gives it some texture. 2x2 tiles in yellow, not too special, they're round. Then we do get some printed parts. So we get 2 of these nice wood ones, which I think are the wood ones we've gotten into the past. But it's a really nice print. You can make it look like something's fixed, or, you know, you get that wood texture from it. And you get 2 of those. And unique prints, we have this panel, which I think is interesting as a panel. Crazy caution, kind of explosion type look. So that's kind of a neat, interesting little print. And this other one is kind of this evil spider print, and it resembles the spider I think you do build in the set. And I don't know what it's spitting, but it's creepy. But kind of a cool print. Again, that is on a panel, which is a little different to see those prints on a panel. But let me set up the second batch, and then we'll take a look at that. All right, here is the second batch. As you can see, we got some interesting and different stuff here. So let's get into it. First of all, let's look at the probably most interesting part from the Stunt set, besides the actual motorcycle itself, is this ramp part. Now, I haven't played around with it too much. Don't worry, I will. But you can see we have kind of a different level of connections here. You can see we have connection here, and then connection here, and this is one plate different from that. And then we also have a connection over here, which looks to be about a brick difference, and you can see we got tons of different angling elements. And the only studs on top are in the back, kind of this area. And the whole concept is this connects with another part, which is this part. This is the kind of sharp part of the ramp. And as you can see, we have some studs here. It's going to fit perfectly with that. I'll show it in a second. And then we have anti-stud connection here. So basically, you pop it like that, and you get a very nice slope. And it's fairly smooth, and it's going to be able to have wheels go on it very nicely. Obviously, you can put this in different places and stuff. I think this would actually work being put on a road piece, and I have one here, and perhaps not. So, well, actually, if you built that up with one plate, I think they are going to be nice to slope on, which is interesting. I am definitely going to play around with this, but you get 2 of the big ramp parts here, and again, they're both in orange. I don't know if they made a different color or not, and you get 2 of these parts. A bonus of this part is I haven't tried it, but I totally bet you could use this as a large brick separator and pull off tiles. It might even be better than a brick separator, who knows. Only really useful for mosaics probably, but whatever. Just wanted to point that out. And you get 2 of those parts too. We also have orange cones, not too special. Some 2x4 orange tiles, which is nice to get orange stuff because it's not very common. We also have the kind of mini wrench type of connection. And again, those are a little bit uncommon. We also have this, and I don't think I've ever seen an orange brick like this. If anything, it's very uncommon, but basically that tall orange brick, and you get 4 of those in here. In red, we get 1 red slope like this, which is a very nice slope, but there's only 1 in here. We get a bracket, not too special. We do get one of my favorite parts, the 1x2 rounded plate with holes through the studs in red. And we also get this part, which I think is pretty neat, in red. The clip where you can insert a bar in 2, and you get 6 of those. We also get some nice dark red parts, some 1x2s, 1x2 slope. Maybe not the most special, but just dark red I think is a great color. In black back here, we get a gross spider, which I'll just throw off screen. And We get some of these interesting kind of parts where you can stick studs in them. Otherwise, it's like a fence or a gate, you could say. And we get 3 of those. We also get a nice big brick. I think this is 1 by 16, I think. I'm not going to sit here and count it on camera, but it's a nice big long brick. We also get a doorway, not too special. We also get some 1 by 6 bricks here, just 2 in black. We get some of these under rounded tiles in black, and you can kind of see it has that curve. 3 of those, some Technic bricks, not too special. This is a nice part. They've used it on mech hands and for fingers and stuff, but basically a plate connection here into 3 bars with angles, which I think kind of gives some nice effects. And you get 2 of those here, a plate, nothing special. And in transparent colors, we get some circular green tiles. Those aren't too special. We get this part, which I do like. It's kind of like almost like a Christmas light bulb type part, but basically we got a bar connection here, and then kind of just a transparent bulb, almost like a actual LED. And we get 3 of those in orange, which is nice. We also get this really nice, hopefully I don't lose those, really nice flame parts. I really actually like these because it has that nice kind of fade. And it's fairly long, kind of crazy long. And this part, which I have gotten in one of the storybooks, is the flame part. It's kind of a newer part. I think the main use for this is that it's something you can set up and shoot down. But basically it's the same as those blue ones. You can kind of stick stuff in here, which is kind of interesting. Otherwise, you can have a bar hole all the way through on each side. We got stud connection here, stud connection here. Sit it on 4 bricks. The other thing, because of how it's designed, is you can stack them very easily. So you can make kind of a taller kind of wall of flames if you want, which I think is just a nice feature, especially for, you know, using it to really build something up, or for play features if you get this for kids. We also have a plain reddish-brown baseball bat. Normally in the past I've seen them have a little white there or something, so don't know if we've gotten that before. A little different, but still neat. There's a handlebar piece, not too special there. We have the goggle piece, which again, not too special, a little uncommon, but we also get this cool dark purple kind of motorcycle helmet. And this is where that part can fit on, so you can have this kind of look for a helmet, which I think is pretty neat. And we'll look at our minifigures before we get to the STUNTZ bike, which is probably the most important part here. So you can see this guy's got a pretty nice torso, actually, fairly detailed. We got a dark green jacket with some shirt, and I just noticed, I'm pretty sure that's an old-fashioned seatbelt belt buckle, which I think is hilarious and awesome. A very swarmy type look with some weird sunglasses, which kind of look weird, and he's got some crazy sideburns with that kind of almost Elvis-looking hairstyle, and no alternate head or face on the back, I should say, but a really kind of cool looking print on the back for the shirt there. You kind of have like a phoenix. I think that's pretty cool, especially jumping over flames. It's fitting. Our other character, which a surprise for me, has this cool hairpiece, which I didn't know was in this set. However, her face is very uninspiring because it's just basic and has no alternate. The torso, though, is a little bit wild. As you can see, we have vibrant coral on the torso, which I haven't seen at all yet, I don't think, with some crazy printing designs and stuff like that. A mountain there. I think that's really cool looking. And on the back, it's very similar, but it says sport. And obviously purple hands, purple legs. Still really cool and interesting combo, I have to say there. So then we come to the motorcycle. So this is kind of the over part, I guess you could say. 2 studs there, and that's mostly it for connections, besides an anti-stud there. This is actually just like a hole, and the bike part, which I'm not going to take apart, is this. So this has the flywheel, and basically what it is it's kind of like a rev up. It's not a pullback. So like you will zoom it forward like this on a surface, and you can kind of hear it go, and then instead of just a wheel that you zoom about, it just gives it extra torque or something, so it actually goes for quite a while. It suggests in the instructions to do it 3 times. So I can feel it going. I can really feel it going. I'm gonna carefully. It's got a lot of force. I am impressed with it. But basically this pushes on there, if I can do it right. And then you take this handlebar part, and I think the handle part's really kind of critical to make sure it stays together very well. But then you have your motorcycle, and then your character can sit in there. And it does work with mini dolls. And in another video, I think of one of the smaller single ones, I will show kind of how I modify it so it looks a little better, because obviously handles don't work the best, but you can get them on there. Or you could have them doing tricks, just standing up or doing whatever. And now I'm going to do something I probably will regret, and that's show you it zooming, even though this is just kind of a parts review. But basically, like I said, you take it, you roll it forward without letting go, and then you let go. And they go crazy. It is very powerful. I kind of want to do a video where I just kind of play with them, so you can really get experience of how they are. Some of them have prints on the front. This one does not. It's kind of your basic yellow. I think you can almost get the yellow one in another set. But that is it for the parts review. So, big question then is it worth $40? I would say on the surface it's not. However, once you kind of look into it, it gets closer. This, I think they're retailing for about $5, because the packs are about $8, and you get 1 minifigure, and you get this bike, and that's virtually it, and like a helmet. So that's kind of an expensive part. You can imagine it like a big fig. Now, if you remember, we had 2 of the road plates, which is another large part. These are large parts, so there are some bigger parts in here. There is only 2 mini dolls for $40, or mini dolls, minifigures. You can tell I review a lot more mini doll sets. So that's, I just don't know. I feel this one at $40 is a little expensive, but one of the things is you are kind of paying for some of the bigger parts. You know, you got 2 road plates, you got these big parts, which are very probably specific molds, and then this part, which is very specific, but still pretty neat. But you do get some cool parts in here. You get some really cool torsos. So I feel it's just a little bit expensive. So I think when it goes on discount, and usually they do go on discount, I think it's going to be a really great part set, especially if you want some of the specific parts. Other than that, that's pretty much all I got to say about this interesting Stunts with a Z set. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you'll check out more of my videos, and hopefully you enjoyed it, like I said before. And I'm going to end the video here because I keep talking. Thanks for watching.